Hey y'all, and welcome to the Max Life. So here's an update on Colby. He is doing a lot better. He continued to push through, do chores, make you guys videos, but he had a really tough couple of days, and after the 6th day he was finally kind of back to feeling himself. It took him like another good day just to kind of re-get that energy and that strength back up, but overall he is finally back to normal. Thank you guys all that prayed through that. That was really a tough go for him, but we are all done with that sickness, and myself and the kids stayed well, so we are very thankful for that as well. And I am now walking over to the part where we have our Cornish cross, and you guys know that I was not really on board with getting them. Was not really on board with this, y'all. But we have them over in this closed section of our barn. I'm gonna have to put you guys down to open the door because the handle doesn't really work really well, and you actually have to lift it up, and the handle is not really made to lift it up. I actually said today I actually have an actual handle. I need to bring it out here, but I'm in the middle of a different project too, so I'm going to put you guys on hold, and it is my job to check them this afternoon, make sure they have food and water. So these birds are like a 2-time-a-day ordeal, checking on them, make sure they have everything they need. Now they are in this part of the shop that is fully enclosed, so they will not get rained on. They will not get wind blown on them. They are fully enclosed. So these guys are going to grow. They're going to grow really fast. They are in a complete controlled environment. So we're going to cross our fingers, and we're just going to pray that we have better luck with them. As you can see, all the way around the walls, like there's no chance of them getting rained on or anything. And I'm not exactly sure how ducks ended up in our batch. I don't even know what these are, but somehow we ended up with a set of little ducks. Of course, they're all going to run to the opposite side in the corner, but we got a couple of ducks too. Oh, we didn't order these. Colby said they were just put in our order, but it was addressed to us, and of course we had actually been talking about getting a couple of ducks. So there they are. Our Cornish cross are in. They will be staying in this enclosed environment. They will be in here until they get big enough to start jumping out, which is a couple of weeks. They have heat, they have plenty of food, they have plenty of water. So they will be good until in the morning. We will check on them again, do the food, do the water. They will, like I said, they'll stay in here for a couple of weeks. Then they will have another fully enclosed area that they will go. So there's no chance of them getting rained on or anything like that of the sort. So that has been our biggest thing with the Cornish cross. It's like if any type of weather comes in, they just cannot stand the elements. They need to be in a controlled environment. So even though I'm not really on board with them, you guys know that we do this raising our own food thing ourselves, and having control over what we eat and what we put in our bodies. So we haven't liked a lot of the heritage breed. This does put us always, of course, at the mercy of having to buy. For now, if something were to ever happen and we see the need that there needs to be a bird that we need to eat in between whatever we may be killing off in a difficult situation, we of course always have plenty of roosters. We kept all the roosters. If we ever said, hey, we just need rabbit meat or we need chicken meat, we always have those available. They're just not going to be our first choice if we don't have to have them as our first choice. Watering this afternoon. Lots of things have already started sprouting, so yay for sprouts. We showed you cleaning out this bed, re-prepping this bed. We didn't get to show you planting it. That was kind of my fault because I try to make a habit of checking this camera, but it doesn't always work. Sometimes I just grab it and go. But we have some gorgeous sprouts already. That was broccoli. One of the lettuces have also come up. Yeah, I do have another lettuce. This was lettuce also that is starting to come up. Just a couple of sprouts right there have already started making their way up. I know I have a couple of places of kale that is coming up. This is one of them. I told you I was planting my kale under my peppers. This side was the self-seeded kale that I was telling you about, and look how much it has already grown just in the past couple of days. Kale on this side is also starting to germinate. The broccolis over here are coming up, and the broccolis over here are coming up, but it's time for me to water those. The only thing that we have not had germinate yet is the spinaches. As of when I checked them 2 days ago, yeah, spinach is still not up. Cilantro usually takes more than a week too, and they haven't been quite in the ground quite a week yet. So this cilantro has not come up, and I know the spinach has not come up over there, but we've got to water. So that's one of the things that we are doing today as part of the chores. The birds are checked, water and chores. It has been really cool in the south. So I know some of you northern states are getting some of this cooler weather as well. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. It was really cool this morning. We actually turned on the heat, but in the afternoon so we can put our short sleeves back on. And I'm not saying that I don't love that, but I am not a fan of the cold. It takes me a really long time to warm up. I know a lot of people really enjoy the cold and just despise the heat. I'm kind of the opposite. I actually prefer to be warmer than freezing. So yeah, that's just my take on that. Guys, we're going to get watered, and I'm going to show you an inside project that I have going on that has taken me about a day to knock out, but we're almost there, and I'm really glad of that. Oh, we had the heat on this morning, and now I'm having to turn the air back on because it is just too warm in here now. That's kind of how the story goes in Mississippi. We get our 4 seasons in a day. Very easily goes from winter in the morning to summer in the afternoon. So we get all 4 seasons in just the day. Okay, y'all, here's my project in here. Repainting the girls' bathroom. As you can see, it was the brown that was the rest of the color of the house. And we are keeping the mirror and these little signs right here. I did go ahead and get, just because this is like a unicorn shower curtain, I did go ahead and get them another shower curtain that was a little bit, because we've had that one for several years. Obviously, they were all younger then. So I did go ahead and get a new shower curtain for right there. I got one more picture that has some scripture on it to go on this wall. And I just got a couple little shelves to go right here. One is for like toilet paper and a pitcher and, you know, just a couple little happies up there. Whatever that looks like in a bathroom. So I actually spent less than $100. I already had the paint. So their bathroom is getting a total makeover today. Hopefully I can get done with it today. I had a couple of spots on the wall that had to put some mud. I'm going to get that sanded down. We're having breakfast supper tonight, so I'm not going to have to worry about prepping for supper. Just wanting to get these projects kind of knocked out. I actually had already told the whole family that I'm not cleaning, deep cleaning. We will maintain clean until we have the workers kind of out of the house. And as you can see, we have not made any progress yet with the shelf. So I'm just not going to deep clean my house, knowing that I'm going to have people coming back in and out. Now, I have not given you guys the update of the fence, but this is a fully metal solid fence. And we keep that locked right there. The rest of all the fence is put up. We have the gates, of course, over here as well, that those are done. We'll have a gate right there that'll take us out the other side. Unfortunately, we're going to have to come and work on this rock bed in the back, but that is another project for another day. Here's our other gate back here. So some metal gates up back here. We just honestly felt like going with treated lumber this time And instead of stain, which most of our house stuff is stain, we went with a paint that kind of looked like the stain we had. So hoping that wood will hold up longer than the 10-year wood that we had. Of course, the rest of it is metal, which of course will make a huge difference in upkeep for sure. With the nicer weather in the day, the kids have been outside riding bikes pretty much all day after school, huh? Come outside.
I love riding my bike.
You love riding your bike?
Yeah, and me too.
And you do too?
Watch how fast I can go.
Watch how fast you can go.
And me too. And me too. And me too.
Let me see you go. So they've had good afternoons. We are taking advantage of the weather being nice. It's not, like I said, we get the coolness in the day and the warmness in the afternoon. So, but usually about when we're done with school, don't come in the full fence. Usually when we're about done with school, the kids are kind of itching to get outside and get their energy out. So that's worked out great. Thank you guys so much for watching and tagging along. I just kind of wanted to give y'all a couple of updates of where we were at. Update with Colby. Of course, you know, y'all have heard us talk about these Cornish cross on and off for a long time. Several years now with buying the birds, trying them out, hatching some out, keeping some, butchering some we like, didn't like. You know, we've gone through all of that with y'all. We still find ourselves back at the Cornish cross. I don't like the birds because they're not hardy, they're nasty. But when it comes to the meat that they provide, you just cannot beat it. I think it has just taken us learning that the controlled environment in our area is the key. So we're gonna try that this time. There will be never a drop of rain on those birds. They will be completely in weather controlled environment. So let's cross our fingers. We're going to pray that it turns out good, because being sustainable and knowing what we're growing and what we're putting in our bodies is very important to us. So I'll keep y'all updated on that as well. But as always, thank you guys for watching and tagging along. Guys, let me know in the comments maybe some of your thoughts on what you're growing this season. Fall and winter is probably our favorite time to grow, but let me know some of the things that you're growing as well, what region you're in, and kind of what the temperature is doing in your area. Guys, God bless and happy homesteading, y'all.